Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I'm really glad you could join us tonight. Hello, Veronica, and I see that Sarah is here too. Thank you for showing up. You guys are awesome. I want to say hello to everyone watching over there on Rumble. I want to thank everyone also who was able to join us this past Saturday for the Spiritual Message Circle. It was so much fun. If you have not been able to, join us for one of those, we have them twice a month. So just listen for the announcement a little bit later in the month and, hop on there and see what we're all about because it's a lot of fun. Last week, Laura Romero was here for the Words of Wisdom segment with a very powerful message about healing from grief and loss. So if you weren't able to watch that show, I hope you can catch the replay. Some really good information and helpful information if you're going through a situation like that. Now, next week, my special guest is going to be Tiffany White Sage Woman. So you want to make sure you join us for that. But tonight, my special guest is the psychic medium of Sarasota, Carolan Carey, or SRQ to all of you jet setters. After doing phone readings from New York to Vietnam, Carolan's clients referred to her as that psychic from Sarasota. Carolan is a platform medium demonstrating her spirit connection at many area venues. Enjoy candid conversation about mediumship, the psychic arts, and your well-being. Welcome, Carolan.
Hey, thank you, Ruth.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited. And I bet everybody else is pretty excited to see that you brought your crystal ball.
Good. I'm glad. She likes to come out of the closet once in a while.
Well, let's say hello to a few people. I see a few more people have jumped on. Hello, Marcia from Feng Shui My Space. And Joyce is here. Hello, Joyce. Hi, Stony. Nice to see you. Now, we are going to do some readings tonight. And if you would like to make a donation, Carolan's Venmo, we can put that up for you. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. If you'd like to send her a donation of $5 or more, that's going to move you up to the front of the line and you will get a little bit longer of a message. But, we hope to get to everyone. A donation is not required. It is much appreciated. You can also make a donation to the show or for me, via my Venmo or the Super Chat Super Sticker feature. So anybody would like to have a crystal ball reading from Carolan, then let us know. Then I will watch for the comments here. I know everybody loves the crystal ball. How long have you been doing the crystal ball readings, Carolan?
Not very long. I bought this crystal ball when I lived in Pennsylvania at a flea market. And somebody had a booth and she had all crystals and this. And for some reason, I was drawn to it. So I moved it 1,200 miles and I had it packed for several years. And finally, just recently, this year, I pulled it out. And, I've tried displaying it different places, but because of the size, I'm afraid something will happen to it. So I usually keep it in a box and, separate from the stand. And I finally decided to use it. So I started doing predictions, which I record on my website. I'll be doing some more either tonight or tomorrow. I wait until I'm doing a show so that I have makeup on or something. So I don't look so terrible. If I'm going to record, I figure I'll record that too. Yeah. But so it's new to me, but it's fascinating. It's very interesting.
Awesome. Well, there's also some people here that are interested. Stony said he would like to try a reading. He's never had a crystal ball reading before.
Okay, great. Thank you for being a guinea pig. I appreciate that.
Sarah said she loves listening to your predictions, Carolan.
Oh, thank you. Not a lot of good news coming out. And I don't have a lot of good news on the next one, I don't think either. I was starting to get, the one thing about this is once, maybe you would know this too, once you start using a different tool, things start coming in ahead of time. Mm-hmm. Like before I'm setting up the crystal ball, I'm getting predictions ahead of time. And I'm like, you're supposed to wait till I get the crystal ball. And then, so I was fooling around with it the other night and I was kind of looking and I was like, oh, I can see that, you know? So, I try to keep myself, I've recorded several, but I didn't post them because I have to try to keep myself how I feel about things out of it and just give what I'm seeing, you know, but, I feel like I need to do the predictions, but I don't care for them because I don't like what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, but that's how it is.
So when you say you see it, is it like you see it in your head? Is it like a feeling you get, or is it like an actual picture, like in your mind, or how does that work for you?
Before I start using the crystal ball, I'll either get words or I'll get pictures. But now with this, now I take what I'm seeing. And the thing about the crystal ball, and there's a few other psychics that use them too. It's not like a full reading. It can be more than one thing for that person. If I'm tailoring it to a person, you know, I could see past, present, and future here. I don't have any control over what's coming in. So I would, if I'm using this, I'm looking for images. That's what I'm looking for. And it's very powerful. You know, the crystal itself is very powerful. So it kind of gives me a good vibe, you know, when I use it.
It's probably got some really good energy to it.
Yeah.
So. Well, are you ready to get started, Carolan?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, the first one on the list is Stony McGee.
I love that name. Okay, let me just go up there. Stony McGee. I would like to try, please. Never had a crystal ball reading before. Okay. So sometimes I have to put my hand over it because I get a reflection. I have you walking hand in hand with a female here. I don't know if this is past, present, or future. That's going to be for you to decide here. I have a walking hand in hand with a female, and I am outside, and I feel there's water there. I feel like I'm on a promenade or something. I also feel we're talking about June is a big month here. June was a birthday or an anniversary or a celebration of some sort. I feel June is significant. August also significant for some reason. I see you very happy in August, between August and September, and I see dollar signs. Also some kind of entrepreneurial thing I'm getting. I don't know why I'm getting that. If that's what you do, artistically creative, if there's a side business or if this is what you do. And I'm also getting the word author. So I don't know if that is referring to Ruth or to yourself. I do see some opportunities coming up 2023, 2024. That's about as far out as I get. Sometimes I get like 10 years out, but it's kind of hard to decipher. Let's see if you get any, if you can take any of what I'm giving you, please leave a validation in the comments. That way I kind of know I'm on track. And I also, for some reason, I want to talk about a puppy in spirit. So let me know, Stony, if you have a puppy in spirit, and we'll go there. Okay. And I feel like I have a dark dog in spirit.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, hopefully he'll put something in the comments there and let us know.
Yeah.
Joyce would love a message.
Joyce. Okay, Joyce. Why am I talking about marriage? Why am I getting marriage? I don't know if you are in a marriage and there's a resurgence or you had a marriage. But I feel like a couple, I feel like you and someone sitting on the couch, spending time together, watching TV, whatever. I also have I feel like I have golden retrievers walking past here. I don't know why I have that. Looks like a big golden retriever. And also I feel you too. I feel some kind of detail work, like beading or jewelry or something. I don't know if you're interested in that or do any design, but that is around you. I don't know if that's something you appreciate, but that's what I'm seeing, some ornate kind of beading work. You also feel, I want to say reconstruction or reconsider or reconstruction. I'm kind of just getting the beginning of that. Think if you're reconsidering something or you're talking about constructing a new life. I also get the month of May, between May and December, or May and December. And I feel like I have a mom in spirit coming through for you, Joyce, mom or grandmom. I feel like I want to say mom. So let me know if any of that works for you. I also want to say whatever therapy, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm seeing some kind of you in some kind of therapy, like back or hip or walking, something strengthening. So I wonder if that's applicable to you. And I also get the word automobile here and car. So I don't know if this is a result of an accident or they're talking about that you're strengthening your body or you're talking about getting a new car. So let me know if any of that fits with you. I hope so.
Wow. Well, I have a little bit of feedback here from Stony. He said, "Holy cow, are you on track?" And he
good.
said, "We have a new puppy and adore her."
Aw.
He said, "He is an entrepreneur, artist. Holy cow, LOL."
Oh, good,
Wow.
good.
That's awesome. And there's some feedback here from Joyce as well. She said she had one. I think that was referring to a marriage. Appreciate and grandma, she said. Wow, that is awesome, okay. Carolan. Oh, she said her back is bothering her.
Okay. May have to do something about that as far as strengthening. You're like me, probably picking up things that are too heavy for you without any core muscles left. So that might be something that you might want to look at. And be gentle with yourself. As Ruth would tell you, be gentle with yourself. There's only one of you.
That's right. So next we have Heather Hunter. And this is her first time for a crystal ball reading as well.
Okay, Heather Hunter. I want to say grandpa. And I'm seeing, it's interesting, because the first time I've used this in a class, it was a class I was taking. I kind of brought it in for show and tell down here in Florida. And I could see we took classes in a chapel. And I could see the departed loved ones coming through, like right through this crystal ball. I could see them coming through the wall. And that's what I'm getting here. And I want to talk about grandpa. And I feel like I want to talk about wool or tweed or the smell of wet wool, and logs. So I don't know if he was a country kind of guy, if he built a fire, enjoyed the fireplace. But I kind of get that feeling that, and I also have a military feeling here as well. But I can see this gentleman, and I feel he may have passed when you were young, but I think that you did have a relationship. And he's saying brief, so I don't know if it was because of distance or whatever, but I feel there was a relationship. I want to let you know that he's watching you, and he's showing me wheels on a car. So I feel like he's saying to you, watch the wheels on the car, or you're getting a new car, watch the tires. And that he would always do that. He's showing me a picture of you younger with a headband, as a young child with a headband. So that may be the way that he looks at you. I'm also getting some kind of cream pies here. I feel like somebody's making like a Boston cream, a lemon meringue, some kind of puffy pie. So this may be a grandmother in spirit as well. And I want to say something about, you're at a Y here. I'm being shown a Y through this crystal ball, that I'm deciding if I'm going this way or that way. And I feel it has to be related. It doesn't have to be, but my feeling is that it's related to career. And, there's no reason, what I'm kind of getting is there's no reason that you can't do both. So I feel like one is maybe in the back of my mind, like something I enjoy doing, and another one pays the bills. And I know what that feels like, because I did this for many years. I did readings on the side and worked full time until I could retire and do this full time. But I feel like there's something about beauty. So I don't know if you're in the beauty industry or you're just beautiful, or like beautiful things, but I have this feeling that there's something else calling you. And we need to pay attention to that. And it's okay to do both. You learn how to balance, and somehow the joy of pursuing your passion gives you the energy to continue with the job that pays the bills. That I can say from experience. So
that is
I
very
hope
true,
that is
Carolan.
helpful to you. I also have a cat walking past, Heather.
Wow. That was awesome information, Carolan.
Good. I'm so glad that they can take it and that they enjoy it.
Yeah. That lemon meringue pie sounds really good. My grandma used to make wonderful lemon meringue pies from scratch.
Well, it could be your grandmother trying to force her way in here again.
Well,
She
I
doesn't
don't know.
play by the rules. I got to tell you that. She said, I don't wait for an invitation. She said, I just come in. That could be her.
Who knows? But now that's started me thinking. It's been many years since I've had lemon meringue pie. That sounds good. Okay, so Melissa, watching over on Rumble, would love a crystal ball reading.
Is that our Melissa?
Yes, Melissa Parks.
Okay. Melissa, thanks for joining us on Rumble. A lot of people forget that we're on Rumble, so I try to give a plus over there once in a while. You know, I get diversified. I get the word diversified, Melissa. And I also feel there's a divide. And I don't mean it as a bad thing. I mean it, as a negative. I mean it like there's a dividing line. Like you've set your boundaries is the feeling that I get. Like this is it. And it's not within your family, your core family. It's among something else. It's about something else. This is my boundary, and this is as far as I'm going with that. And I also get a lot of hearts here. I get hearts from the other side. And I also feel like you drawing a lot of hearts. It's very important. This artwork is hearts, and it's all centered around you. I also feel you championing a cause, and it has something to do with kids growing up and school. And I feel like your youngest son is sort of like the hero of the story. I feel like there's something, he has a special gift or he has a special need or something. And I feel like you championing him and others that have the same abilities as him. You notice I'm not saying inability. Okay. I'm not saying it is a downfall. I'm saying it is a positive. So he could have what other people would maybe not a learning disability, but a learning loss. You don't look at it that way. It's heightened, and it is, and you should look at it the way that you are looking at it. It is he's a special kid. So I have the feeling there are more special kids and that you're going to champion for them. That's what I feel. It could be almost like an art therapy or something. Very interested in allowing kids in particular, that's your focus, allowing them to explore artwork or their emotions and how to put that, instead of talking about it, maybe they can't talk about it, they could draw it. And I feel that you're right there with that. Also, a 2024 is important. I don't know. It's a jump up, and I'm getting like a big step up. Like I see you taking a big step up. So this could be career. Also, a trip. Now, this is unusual because you don't like to take trips. You're a homebody. You don't like doing that. But I feel as if there's, and it's something in Florida, like Tallahassee. I think it's Florida. It's something by water, something Thomassa, something like that. And I feel your little family may be doing something like that, taking a trip. And it's very special. It may be signifying an anniversary or birthday or something like that. So, Melissa, I hope that some of that works for you. And I also have to tell you, I get these beautiful leaves. Botanical, I get botanical, beautiful flora and leaves. So I don't know if that is something that you're interested in, that you're exploring, or that helps you feel grounded, but I want to pass that on to you. I hope that works for you.
Wow, that was great. And we have some feedback here from Heather. She said, my grandfather passed 10 years ago. I never felt like I never had a relationship with him. And the headband picture has always been embarrassing me. I've always wanted to be a writer, but I'm making ends meet as a digital forensic analyst. Her grandfather was also in the Navy.
Okay, good.
And Marsha from Feng Shui My Space says, wow. So I think you're blowing her away here.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
And welcome back, Veronica. Veronica, we haven't seen her in a little while, and she would love a message, Carolan.
Veronica, we've missed you.
We sure have.
I want to say something. Veronica, I want to talk about something traditional. There's a tradition. I see you reenacting a tradition or thinking about a tradition, maybe when you were growing up. I also get a lot of Australian theme around you as well. And I also see something that a fair or an event or a street thing or in a nature preserve that is holding some kind of event that is talking about the indigenous arts, the indigenous people of Australia. Does that make sense to you? I feel that you're there. I'm seeing those long, things you blow through. They make music. I forget what they call them. I'm seeing a lot of drumming. I see that of interest. And I feel you walking. And I wanted to let you know that when you're walking in nature, I have an older man is what I'm seeing, an older man walking with you. He is in spirit, and you may not always be aware of him, but he is with you. Is this dad or grandpa? I feel as somebody that was very fatherly to you, and maybe that your heart misses him. He wants to let you know, I am by your side. So I see you walking in a beach area. I see you walking, and he is beside you in spirit. You don't see him, but he is there, and he's there a lot. And I also have I don't know if this is a leopard. I see big cats. So I don't know if that is something, lions, that kind of thing, tigers. I see this looks like a cheetah, maybe a cheetah, something with the spots, beautiful animal. So I don't know if that is a totem for you or if you have contact with them or an interest in that. But I have this beautiful animal here. It runs like really, really fast. I think that's a cheetah. I love the way they interact. You too have a lot of flora around you that I feel, I don't know if you're an artist, V, but I kind of get this artistic, like these beautiful flowers that you are either drawing or you have around you or someone else drew and you have around you. And I feel like a good morning coffee. I want to let you know that when you're having your good morning coffee, that's the way they're putting it to me. I have an older woman here, and I don't feel it's a mom. I feel it's more of like I'm getting substitute. And I can see you sitting in this little alcove, looking out the window in the morning, drinking a cup of coffee. And this lady would have used a cup and saucer. And so she's there in spirit with you. So I hope that you can take that. Thank you, V, for joining us.
Wow. She says it is
Indigenous Week.
It's what?
Indigenous Week?
Yeah, I just didn't know what that first word there is.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. And I hate to butcher words, but so that's what you were seeing there, huh?
Oh, okay. I got it now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, Carolan, let me ask you a question. Can you read for yourself?
I don't. When I first started fooling around with tarot cards, I guess everybody does, I would keep flipping the cards to get what I wanted. So I don't read tarot. So then I became very interested in mediumship rather than that. And then I had to teach psychic classes, and I had been told I was very psychic, but I had never taken any classes in that. Uh-huh. So I had to learn how to teach other people to be psychic. It's sort of like how do you brush your teeth, you know? And I didn't realize I was psychic. I had to learn the difference between psychic and medium. So I forgot where I was answering your question.
If you can
but I
read
read
for
for
yourself.
myself,
Yeah.
not objectively. So what I do is when I need advice, I speak to my guide, Walter. My primary guide is my doorkeeper, Walter Henderson. He gives me advice. And that's why I encourage people to discover exactly who their spirit guides are, not who you want them to be, who they really are, because they're going to give you advice that is objective and loving, but corrective as well. It is for your benefit, not what you want to hear, what you need to hear. So I encourage that. So I ask him, and I will, kind of ask him, and I'll be like, nah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And darn it if it doesn't happen. So there you go.
Wow.
I can't like look and see my life,
You can't what?
I can't look in here and see my life.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Do you have a preference? Do you like mediumship better over psychic ability, or is it all the same? Your preference, I mean.
I prefer mediumship above everything.
Do you?
But because I love to learn about the afterlife and what they have to teach us, how to live our lives better, from their own experience. But a lot of people like both of it, and sometimes both will come in.
Right.
You'll notice even here, I'm looking to, and I will see the same thing I would see anyway. But this gives me more of a future or a past in here.
I see.
Yeah, which I, wouldn't ordinarily come to me. It feels like it's ramped up here with this.
Oh, wow. Well, Veronica also said lots of flowers around her. Thanks, Carolan. Hearts, hugs and kisses. And she's been connecting with the indigenous spirits of the land.
Oh, okay, good.
That is nice. So I'm going to go down the list here and see if, she said, and yes, Carolan, my gran is always with me, starting the day and giving me love and strength to face the challenges.
Oh,
that
nice.
is so wonderful. And Marcia is absolutely fascinated by all of this. Marcia, would you like a crystal ball reading? Just let me know. And I was wondering if you might want to give a reading to Tiffany.
Oh, our producer.
Yes.
I just see her. It's so hard for me to not look at this image of her. She just looks like she's multi-talented. We know that. She's a wonderful person. She's probably the nicest person I think I've ever met, with the exception of yourself. And, really genuinely nice people. I have to work at nice because I'm not normally nice. But you both are very genuine. I get her very goddess-like. Like I get her very nature. And that's what I'm seeing here. And she has her back to me. And there's a bonfire. There's some people out there. And she's under the stars. And it's at night. It's beautiful. And I feel like she is summoning up some kind of earth energy, or she's drawing in energy from the stars. I know she's very interested in off-world or celestial beings, whatever you want to call them, star seeds and that kind of thing, which I, excuse me, know nothing about. But I feel her in tune. So I have that image, excuse me, and I want to talk about a grandmother for some reason. I've been trying to communicate and saying, she says to you, Tiffany, I hope all is forgiven. So I don't know if there was a divide or a spat of words or a harsh feeling. But I want to pass that on to you from her. Nothing but love on the other side. And I think she said, we did not understand you. Now they get it because they're on the other side.
Right.
I also get something about Tiffany getting visions of people who arrived. I see this, you know, I'm not a UFO person, but I kind of get the impression that it's like a star seed thing, whatever. And they're coming, it's like some kind of plane or something. And people are coming off or departing, coming down the stairs. And it's like she knows, she communicates with them. So I wonder if that makes sense to Tiffany.
Wow.
I do see a lot of writing with her, a lot of writing. She's going to be doing a lot of writing.
When you first started talking about her, I got that word goddess too, right before you said it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Carolan. Oh, that was
good.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Tiffany said, wow, great messages. Total sense, Carolan. So it did make sense. She said, writing. I am so lazy with writing, though.
Well, I see it coming, so it might be channeled work. And I see it like you don't have to thought, so your hand's just going. I don't know why that is.
That's nice. Next, we have Sarah in Grafia. And Tiffany said, thank you so much, Carolan.
Oh, you're welcome. Sarah in Grafia. Get a lot of wheat. Why am I being shown wheat? Fields of wheat here. So I don't know if that's around you. I don't know where Sarah lives.
She lives in Indiana.
Oh, okay. I don't know if there's wheat fields or
I don't know there.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm even seeing the image of wheat is used as a symbol. And I think that wheat is symbolic for her for some reason. I think that's what I'm seeing. Like I see her standing in front of fields of wheat.
Wow.
But it's not the being there. It's the symbolism because I'm seeing the wheat shaft, you know, with that's what I'm seeing. So I don't know what that means to her, but it feels symbolic.
Sarah said they live close to a wheat field.
Oh, okay. I feel a lot of ribbons of color. Like I feel almost like Sarah is wearing a skirt that is ribbons. Like it looks like it's made out of ribbons or it's like a patchwork kind of feeling, but it's sewn in ribbons around. It's like, it looks like it's ribbons from waist to ankle kind of skirt. It's going around. Very beautiful, multicolored.
Sounds pretty.
And I see a lot of, you're going to get that lightning feeling in your hand, Sarah. I can't even explain how my healing has evolved or changed over the years since I took Reiki and taught Reiki. I'm not really good at teaching it anymore because I forget a lot and I don't go by that. All I know is my hand goes out and I feel like I have lightning coming out of it. And that's what's going to happen to you, Sarah. So I see that for you. It's like your hand is drawn. It's going to be hard for you to keep your hands off people. That's what I'm trying to say. Like they need healing. It's like, you know, you're going up to people, you need healing. It's kind of funny, but she has that zap kind of feeling with her energy. So that's pretty cool. So wow. I hope that makes sense to you. And it, you know, there's some logistics in the working out things with the business, but you know, it's going to do very well.
That's exciting. Carolan, do you still do? Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, I see Austin by her side helping her.
Aw, he's so adorable.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, do you do Reiki though? Or not really much anymore?
Not much because I did it for 30 years. And taught it. I tried to teach it, and the one church I was at they had their own healing method, so they didn't want to teach Reiki. So I taught it privately, But you know what? I don't color in the lines anymore with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really kind of a bad teacher as far as
Oh.
the specifics in the beginning. And it's happened that it comes over me that I don't even set the intention. It just happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't do a lot of in-person healing. I will add people to long distance healing or prayer list, but
Yeah.
I don't even know how it's done anymore. You're kind of out of body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't do a lot of healing. I can talk about it, but I have found that mediumship is healing, is a
Yeah.
form. So I kind of
Yes,
stay with
that's right. That's right. Because you're channeling that energy.
Yeah. But Reiki gave me my start. I started seeing people doing Reiki, people on clients, and I was a massage therapist too. So I would combine that. So I'm always combining things, not intentionally, but it just kind of happens.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty interesting. Veronica said, Carolan, I see a tall man in a uniform standing behind you, like a guard directing energy traffic. He just said you have a lot of chutzpah. I don't know how to spell it. And Tiffany said, Veronica, you made me spit out my drink.
I see a tall man in a uniform.
Standing behind you.
Okay. He says you have a lot of chutzpah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. You have to. Doing this kind of work is like jumping off a cliff without a parachute. You really got to have faith. There's no guardrails.
No, that's very true. I know, and sometimes I know you'll get information and you'll think, what does that have to do with anything? Because it makes no sense. But then when you convey that information, they're like, oh, yeah, I get that. I know exactly what that means.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Sarah said, wow, I love that. Very intense healing work. Love it. I was told yesterday that my energy feels great and powerful. Love that validation, Carolan. Thank you.
You're welcome, Sarah.
And she said, Austin loves helping me make my products. You're amazing at what you do, Carolan. You also, Ruth. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sarah.
And Marcia from Feng Shui My Face would love a message, Carolan.
She's saying chutzpah. She spelled it correctly. Let's see what we got. See a beautiful oriental fan here. When I think of your name, Marcia, sort of like they're very ornate, like a geisha girl kind of fan. You know what I mean? It's very, they're like hand painted. And so when you open it, there's a whole like picture scene on them. A lot of bamboo too. For some reason, I have a lot of bamboo, the plant, and also how the wood is used. And also, instead of incense, I'm getting that, what is it, the palm that they burn instead of incense or instead of sage, paleo, whatever you call that. They're sticks. I think it's palm wood. And I also have brass bells here, small brass bells that are like very dainty. And I feel what I'm getting is I feel them hung. There'd be like brass bells like on a little chain, and they're small bells. And I feel like for some reason that changes the vibration. So I don't know if you use them to the entrance to a home or you suggest using them. Of course, I get a lot of red here as well. It's a very powerful color. But I feel like you advising people. I feel like using greenery like a Boston fern or some kind of plant like that. And also these little bells being hung that changes the vibration of a room. I think that's what I'm getting. I see you driving in your car and I have all kinds of stuff in the back seat. Like, oh my God, I got to get to this client. And like, you're checking your watch and you're trying not to speed and you got all kinds of stuff in the back seat that you're throwing in, like maybe they'll want this, and maybe I'll need this. And I see you drawing for clients. I see you drawing like on a big pad, like how the room should be laid out. I see you explaining things to them. So I see a beautiful walkway as well. So I feel there's a house that you're going to be working on, or this could be your own house. And I also, I feel I have a spirit guide for you, Marcia. Maybe you can identify with this gentleman, an Asian gentleman with a braid. So I don't know if that's Chinese, Korean, what nationality, but he's Asian and he has a long braid. And this is from years and years ago, when you, like the Chinese of San Francisco is kind of what the feeling that I get. And he's got that little black pillbox hat on, and he has a long braid, black braid. And I get the impression that he's working with you. I wonder if you know him. Maybe you could let us know, but I see good things. A lot of gold for you, red and gold. So I think that's very good colors. I see gold in your pocket.
Wow. Marcia said bamboo is lucky. Yes, like chimes. And she says, I keep a Buddha in my back seat in a box, but other stuff keeps going in it. No, but I would like to meet him, she said. So he's not someone she knows, but she would like to.
He's a cute,
Wow.
he's a nice man.
Wow. That's exciting. Let's see.
Very
Carolan,
wise.
Very wise?
Yes.
Oh. Would you want to give a message to my daughter, Kristen? She, now that she has the baby, when she watches, she can't really comment, but I know she's watching tonight. She's got 2 little kids, so it keeps her kind of busy.
I have the air conditioning blowing.
I have a fan blowing right on me.
Yeah. It's making me, I think that I need to dust this room. I want to talk about twins for some reason. So maybe your 2 kids are close in age, or something about they look like twins or act like twins.
Act, yes.
Okay.
Her and her older brother. I always joked about, like, I would always call them the twins, because they would say like the most bizarre off the wall comment about something just very randomly. Like one of them would say it, and then shortly after, the other one would say the exact same thing about the exact same thing, not knowing that the other one had said it. It was like they had one mind or something.
Yeah.
It was crazy. They've always
I feel
been
like they, when you read about the psychic kids or indigo kids, I feel like they're both like on the same loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also get a secret language. I feel like somebody has a secret language or a secret vocabulary. Or like certain words mean certain things. Could be between you and a grandchild. Like this word may mean nothing to anyone else, but between you and her, it's special.
I see what you're saying.
I feel your daughter. I feel like I want to design. Like I feel very, almost a fashionista or a decorator or something. I feel like she's got style. That's what I want to say. I feel like she has a particular style.
Okay.
Now, it could be farmhouse. It could be Parisian chic. I don't know. But I feel like that's her. Like when you see something, you're like, that's her.
Yeah.
I also see her measuring. So I don't know if she's talking about where she wants cabinets put, or something she's telling her husband or someone that she wants. She's measuring. So I don't know if she's putting up molding. It's on the walls and the ceiling. She's doing something like that. And I feel like an outing. Does she have a boy and a girl?
Yes.
I feel like an outing with these 2 kids. Like she does that. I don't know if it's a park. Do they go to a park? Do they go someplace where there's walking? Because at one point I feel like there was a tricycle. So I don't know if her kids are past that age, but I feel like there was a tricycle.
No, sure. The one is just a baby. He's just a couple months old.
Okay. I feel like packing them up. I feel like she's good about packing them up and taking them places. She's a good little teacher, your daughter.
She is.
I don't know if she does that for a living or she did this for a living, but she's very good at that and around kids. I also see swimming, so I don't know if she's teaching them to swim.
Well, they have a pool.
Okay, so then I see that. Now I want to let her know. I feel what I'm being shown. I have an older woman in spirit, could be your grandmother, saying, and I also want to mention her mother-in-law. So I don't know if her mother-in-law is passed.
No, she's alive.
Okay, something about her mother-in-law. So I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody in spirit wants to say hello to her mother-in-law. Let me put that on the side a minute. What I'm getting, where was I with that? Oh, I feel like your daughter has had a steep hill up. Okay, like her experience has been a steep hill up. And what I'm kind of getting, and now we're going to start coming downhill, and we're kind of coasting. Okay. So I don't know if she had a lot of work to do. She experienced a loss or something like that. But I feel like she's had an uphill battle. But she's due for a change, 2023, 2024. Okay.
Well, that's good.
Now, is she married?
Yes.
He too, I feel like it's been like this. Okay, but I feel like things are going to get better for him. I also have a very cowboy feeling, like somebody's showing a lasso, like your husband's trying to lasso opportunities or money or opportunity, something like that. I feel like he's trying to lasso things. He thinks out of the box. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Is either he does think out of the box or he needs to think out of the box.
Okay.
But they do make a good team. It doesn't look it often. Excuse me, but they do make a good team.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, Carolan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Marcia said, awesome. Thank you, my new imaginary lover. And Sarah said, wow, I just looked up the symbolism of wheat and thought I'd share it. Symbolizes fertility, bounty, and resurrection. Also immortality.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot. I know Richard Riddle couldn't be here with us tonight, so would you want to look into your crystal ball for him, Carolan?
He is so funny. I'm so excited about his debut with this new play he's in.
I know. He's pretty excited too.
Yes, he is. He's such a joy. Okay, Richard, I have said this before, and I see you in costume on the stage, and I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of applause. It is between the costume and your acting. It may not be a huge role, but it's a significant role. Okay. So it's something you would put in your repertoire. All right. You understand what I'm saying? And people enjoy working with him. I have to say that. Now I do see him. I feel like he's like a stagehand at times too. I think like he helps setting things up. And people appreciate him. I also get a lot of music and dancing around him. So I feel like there's going to be a celebration. Maybe it's an after party or something to celebrate how well the play does. But he'll have more offers about other things. He may be a big competing group or an additional group of actors. But, he meets interesting people.
Yeah.
Doing this. And it really is a sole purpose for him. He really enjoys it. Because I feel he's a bit shy. And when he plays someone else, he can step out of that. He doesn't have to be himself. He really enjoys being someone else. but that's not his nature. He loves doing something that's the opposite of his nature. Isn't that funny? That being himself is harder for him than it is for him to act as someone else. Isn't that funny?
Wow. Yeah.
But that's who he is. Very generous. You're very generous and thoughtful young man is what I'm getting. I want to say I'm being told you're a thoughtful and generous young man. And I do see you encouraging other people. So I don't know if this is at work, but I want to talk about disability, like a learning disability. And I don't like to use that word. Like I was talking with Melissa there, reading for Melissa. It's more of an ability than less of an ability. Understand what I'm saying? It's more of a positive than a negative. And I feel that around Richard, like he's learned how to flip that. Like maybe in the old school system, that would be a disability. Maybe he grew up with that, but he really has learned to flip that. And good for him. And I see him encouraging other people as well. I don't know if he's dyslexic or something like that, but I feel like he's learned to work with it.
Wow, that's awesome, Carolan. Joyce said, always wanted golden retrievers. Maybe a man with dogs. Yeah, just thought of that.
Maybe a man with dogs. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So you got, this is the holiday weekend, Carolan. You got any plans?
No, I am gonna. I've been growing 4 kinds of tomato plants, and I only have like a couple of each. And they're getting way tall, and I got to get them in this container. It was just getting the wood in there to take up space and rock on the bottom, and getting all this dirt in there. So I'm probably going to be doing that. I've got to get this done. I've been trying to do it since Memorial Day. What else am I doing? I might go out to lunch, and I'll probably run up to the beach. That's about it. I haven't been to the beach in forever, believe it or not.
Wow. But, how far are you from the beach?
Oh, maybe 15 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
I used to go, when I was working, I used to go every weekend. But since I bought my house 4 years ago, I don't get much time off to go to the beach. I really prefer being home with my dogs.
Yeah.
And I miss the beach, but, and I can't walk as far anymore with my knee. So that's been one of the reasons that I've been putting it up. But now that I have a handicap parking sticker, I think that I will try to find a place to park close.
Oh, nice. Nice. What was I going to ask you? Has it been real hot there?
Not as bad as it was when it was dry and hot. Yeah. Now at least it's raining every afternoon, so it is cooling it off. But when we went through a blistering week or 10 days of just very hot.
Yeah, we had like 2 months of that.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. You're in here.
Yeah, the heat index was over 100 degrees every single day. Yesterday we got some rain. We had like a thunderstorm. Loudest thunder I've ever heard, but it seems the weather's better now. It's still hot, but it's not nearly as humid, or something has changed. I don't know what it is, but it's more tolerable.
I was in Texas years ago in like 4 different areas of Texas, and you want to talk about hot. I mean, Florida is nothing compared to Texas. I mean,
really?
I think Texas is way hotter. You have that baking heat, 100 degrees. Excuse me. We only get that. It doesn't stay. We do get it once in a while, but this is unusually early for that kind of weather for us.
Oh yeah, we had the heat unusually early here too. For some reason this year. Sometimes it goes just from like what you would call winter, which is like, except for once in a great while, like maybe every 5 years, we'll have like a freeze and stuff. That happened a couple of years ago. Well, a year ago, February. Yes. And we lost power. We had no power. We had snow. Everything outside was frozen because it had rained. The gas station was out of gas for the generators. For about 4 days. It was just awful. But I will take the 100-degree heat over that anytime. I am not a cold weather person at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Michigan, so when I was a kid, we'd get 3 feet of snow like in October, and it would stay until like April.
Oh, wow.
Plus there'd be more piled on. But I mean, I know that they don't get weather like that now, but that's how it was when I was a kid. I mean, the winters were just so cold, so much snow, so much ice, which, when you're a kid, the ice doesn't bother you. But when you have to driving
That's
on
the
ice
worst.
is horrible.
Yeah,
it is.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, if you lived in Pennsylvania.
Oh, God. Yeah, I lived in upstate New York and Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
You know what that's like.
I don't miss that.
Oh, me either. Not at all. And the scraping of the windows and waiting for your car to warm up. Yeah. I would never, want that to live in a cold climate again.
No. I say I miss it, but I really don't.
I don't. Veronica said that her dad grows tomatoes. Homegrown tomatoes taste incredible.
You have a couple of different types. I hope that they bear fruit. And I have a lot of lemons on my tree, which I should have trimmed. They take 120 days to grow, lemons. I didn't know that. So I have these good sized lemons. They're green still. They're not ready to go. But my tomato plants are like in different stages. I've got different sizes. And I have some heirloom ones. So I'm dying. I can't wait to get some fruit. And I'm going to put in some sugar baby watermelons, the small watermelons.
Oh, wow.
And small cucumbers. With everything going on, I don't know. And lettuce. I'll put lettuce in.
I think the fresh cucumbers are the best. My grandma used to grow cucumbers in her yard when I was a kid living in Detroit, and they were the best. Absolutely.
That's cool. I'm also growing sweet potato slips.
You what?
So I'm growing sweet potato slips. So I just put a sweet potato in dirt in a hanging pot, which I had read about, and it's getting these slips, and you cut them, and you can get 3 or 4 plants off one slip and put them in the dirt, and they grow. So, I'm trying to think preparation for disaster. That's what I'm trying to think.
So at least you'll have food, right?
Have something. Yes.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Carolan, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for all of your amazing readings. And everybody, make sure tomorrow night at 8 p.m. you check out Carolan's show in the Psychic Flow, right?
Yes, 8 o'clock. I don't know what we're doing yet. I was going to do this, but since I did it tonight, I'm not going to do it tomorrow. But we'll figure out something. And we just had Kelly Jo on. She was great.
Yeah,
and some other people booked for the summer. So, but I like to do the shows myself too,
Yeah. Oh, I love your show.
Thank you.
I'll be tuning in for sure. Veronica said that her dad removes the leaves near the base, so all the energy goes into creating fruit. He always has heaps of tomatoes.
Yes, that's very true what she's saying. I just told myself that today because I got some leggy tomato plants. They're getting tall and thin. And I said, you got to get those leaves off.
Yeah.
So you're right. Thank you, V.
Well, I want to wish everybody here in the States a happy and safe holiday weekend. And thank you all so much for joining us. And thank you again, Carolan. I'm glad we were able to make it work this week. Because I know you had some computer issues a couple weeks ago. So I'm glad that was all resolved. And I hope everybody that's watching now will tune in tomorrow night and watch Carolan's show.
And thanks for having me, Ruth. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's always a joy, Carolan. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great week. I love you all. Good night.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.